I got my Chili Willy. Lost my pants in Palm Beach, Florida. I think Jake got me this.
You said it with a Jake accent.
Got my Chili Willy.
Chili Willy.
Got my Chili Willy. So can we talk about, real quick, first of all, I'm just drinking Bud Light, you're just drinking White Claw, whatever. Fireside Chat.
Switch to Bud Light here in a minute.
We'll see if this is even...
I had two real good beers. So.
Yeah, I have two cameras on us right now, one which is my phone, one which is like a nice Canon DSLR camera. We'll see if this even hits YouTube. It might hit TikTok.
Could be a TikTok.
Could be a TikTok.
Could be YouTube.
Who says it like that?
Says what?
You said TikTok.
TikTok.
You said TikTok.
No, you said TikTok.
No, you said TikTok. You understand that we're like on camera.
Yeah, I didn't say it.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I should make sure we're recording.
Yeah, let's not have that mistake again. We had headphones.
Glad that everybody can see how tasty I am as well. Anyway.
Headphones on. My calves look great.
I was going to say, you're a lot more tan than you used to be. You still don't have hair on your legs because you wore pants so much as a kid.
And I burned a lot of it off when I was younger.
Yeah, so like...
Lit my legs on fire a lot.
What?
It was like a fun trick.
Trick or...
Yeah, you sprayed...
Asking for help.
No, I didn't.
No, you would never ask for help.
Don't want help. But no, it's like, spray some cologne on there and then light it on fire.
And that
Who would have known irreparable damage happened?
That was your parlor trick?
We did a bunch of them when we were skateboarding. Like, you light things on fire, jump off buildings. Whatever you can do to get the little skate rat girls to want to...
Okay, so who was your first skate rat gal?
What was her name? I can picture her. Amanda was her name.
Okay, and now can I try to paint the scene here?
Sure. You probably won't get it right. She was not typical.
Of your taste or of just in general?
For that
genre.
For that environment, she was not typical. Wrong crowd for her to hang out with.
So that means that she was like Abercrombie and Fitch, blonde, maybe brunette.
Brunette, cheerleader.
Yeah.
But like, rebel against your parents. You're not supposed to hang out with the bad kids.
Is that where you learned your ways? Is that where you learned that you could...
First girl I corrupted for sure, yeah.
You could bite off girls that you have no business being with because they're angry at their parents.
That's my life, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Handy in the woods, that girl.
Amanda.
I'm not going to say her last name. I'm sure she doesn't listen to this, but maybe somebody that knows her does.
To you, Amanda. What about... Okay, we should probably...
Then after that was a real digression of way more typical girls that like to hang around skaters and people smoking weed and drinking.
That doesn't surprise me, even a little bit.
Then there was Stephanie, then Ashley, then Becca, and then I stopped keeping track of their names.
I was going to say, here's I have, like, you remember their names. That's weird to me.
Yeah, they were like, your first ones you kind of remember. Names.
I don't remember much about anything. I kind of I feel like I blocked off, first of all, because not a lot was happening.
I mean, these were all things that were happening.
Yeah,
so you remember those ones. Yeah.
Not a lot was happening for me.
This is all from like 15 to 17.
Yeah, not a lot was happening for me. I don't think.
It's weird. There's nothing to do in your town besides,
I mean, no, I did stuff, but like I was like a serial dater.
Oh no, never. Still
people.
now.
Yeah, I would date people.
Only one.
I didn't start to
see how that worked out.
I
have a theory about all of this, but we need to get into therapy about it.
You should go to therapy. By the way, go to therapy.
I should go to therapy.
No, I think therapy is super cool.
Therapy's good for you. Maybe we could get a sponsor from a therapy place if I don't send them angry emails.
So you really sent an angry email to BetterHelp?
It wasn't angry. It was an antagonizing email.
And what was...
I don't know.
Care to share?
I don't remember it entirely.
Jesus, bro.
No, I do have a little theory. I don't want to get too deep in that. I don't want to get too deep in general. Unless it's with your mom.
Jesus, fuck.
No, my sister would not agree with this because she married the first person she dated. But our mother was very much like, you shouldn't date and you should just be friends with everybody, but no relationships, because she didn't want us to make her a grandma.
Oh, and now she's a grandma times 3?
Well, my brother got his girlfriend
4.
pregnant at 18. So after that, she was like, nope, we don't want to get more.
Because I forgot, your niece is like 19, 20?
Yeah, my brother's oldest is 28.
Okay. 28?
Yeah, and then youngest, I think, is 20.
20.
He's 20.
So she has 1, 2,
4 by
3,
him,
4, 5.
1 by me, 1 by Haley, and then 1 more on the way.
Guess that she's pregnant.
Yeah, she's due in like a week. No, so yeah, it was like repressed from dating.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is probably why I am the way I am now.
I don't think so. Anyway, should we talk about like restaurants and stuff? Or?
Probably.
So we just got done, and the videos will be out. We don't know in what order, but we were at Land Grant and then Brewdog. We didn't get any re-roll at Brewdog though.
No, we didn't. I bought a
entrance,
koozie.
And you bought a koozie.
Yeah, and the well, we don't know, but
I have no idea. I have no idea what orders he's gonna come. It all depends on like.
She didn't say not to steal a pint glass.
Did you steal one?
No, but
we gave him. Yeah, I watched.
I really wanted to, but you were like, we should put them up here, so they don't have to get them off the table.
Well, why didn't you just fucking just tell me that?
I was just gonna take it, but then you were like, let's walk up here.
Tell me that you want to take one. You would have been. We would have probably been able to wave at her, but she would be like.
I think I could have said, I'm stealing this.
Yeah, and
they
like,
just don't care.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Which is fine. They're bartenders. They're not supposed to be managing.
What do you think about? So brewery stuff is pretty much tapped out at this point. It is a saturated.
Yeah.
Coming from a brewery.
It was a niche market, and now it's not.
When yours started, it was for sure. How long?
Oh, it was before. It was 1995.
Yeah, so like that was before like the brewery. Well, brew pub.
Craft pub. Craft beer kind of had just become a thing. Probably like Sam Adams and all that stuff.
Yeah, because Sam Adams was like a big part of it.
Was like, all right, this is going to be the next big thing. Yeah, that was 30 fucking years ago. So
that's fucking crazy to think about.
28 years ago. I mean, breweries are great. I don't want them to go away.
No, I don't think they should go away. I just
don't
also
think that we can keep opening breweries forever.
That's kind of where I'm at because
I like craft beer, but I don't need it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like the amount of breweries, especially in this city, Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
Insane amount of breweries.
Toledo's got a lot. Michigan is riddled with
Michigan's riddled with them.
Michigan doesn't even make sense anymore.
But do you think it's like, so there used to be a joke that we had back at my old job, and it was like, if you fall backwards into some money, what do? You open a pizza shop. I feel like that used to be the thing.
Yeah.
Or buying a bar.
Yeah.
Now I feel like if these people are starting concept, like just the amount of brew pubs and breweries out there are fucking insane. What about?
But I'm saying, yeah, I think craft beer in general, it's great. Who doesn't love it?
Well, because what do you think? What's that next thing? So like breweries and breweries and brew pubs,
especially microbreweries.
Dominated.
Microbreweries got to have a short
over
lifespan.
The past like 10 years.
Yeah, even 20.
So I think
it's really taken off in the last 10 years.
And what I see is happening, right? The next thing, and we talked about in our last show about branding, right? Like a lot more companies are branding. So like even if you have a restaurant, which is, I mean, shit, there's this place called Blue Lily's downtown from where I live. Small ass burger joint, delicious burgers. We should probably go to lunch there tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
T-shirts. You wouldn't expect it, but they got T-shirts, and it said, I think their phrase is like, Blue Lily's because no good story ever started with, so I was eating a salad, and it has so I was eating a salad in quotations because it's all about the burgers. But even a small place like that, I think the next thing is these activity-based restaurants. Axe throwing.
Oh, yeah.
Pins.
Yeah.
Now they got these basketball ones, they got baseball ones, they got all, I mean, imagine.
Well, the one that, the fucking thing that tried to take off and didn't was like the barcades. It had its heyday for like 2 years.
They're still pretty popular here, but people more fluctuate, like to your point, more towards the pins part. Because a lot of them are connected here.
Axe throwing's cool.
Axe throwing, I think, might be my favorite bar activity to do. Fouling is like a real big thing.
That one's fun. I did that in Detroit.
Fouling or fouling?
I think it depends on where you live.
Whatever.
In Detroit, it's fouling.
Basically, listener, it's I sound like Jason Bateman there on Smartless. He always does that.
Basically, listener.
Basically, the two people listening to this, it's set up. You set up just like regular bowling, but then you have a football and you're knocking off the pins.
Yeah, it's like cornhole
with a football and bowling pins, and it is super fun.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff will probably take off. There'll be a thing that I just don't know which one it is yet. There will be the thing. Like nothing's gonna replace billiards. You know? Pool's always gonna be a thing.
But how?
Like at one point, shuffleboard almost was the thing.
I'd fuck with some shuffleboard.
I like shuffleboard. It didn't take over.
Well, don't you think though that like, I think it's just people. What is this obsession? And I don't know what it is and what shifted, of wanting to do those things when you go out to a bar. Going out to a bar used to be the social aspect. You go out the public house, like.
You know what I think it is a little bit. Maybe I'm speaking because of the age we are now.
Old as buck.
You know, how much fun is it to just sit at a bar anymore?
Honestly, not, because I could do that at home.
Yeah.
You know, I can.
But back then, when it was a public house, you didn't have a cell phone.
No.
You didn't have, your social activity was to go to the bar and talk to people. Now we have too much shit going on. Sitting at a bar is boring, so I'm just going to do this. And yeah, cool. And then I'm going to look at Reddit. If we were
recording with my phone right now, I'd probably be on my phone.
Yeah, I'd be on Reddit.
Looking on Reddit.
Or Tinder, or.
Fuck it, I wouldn't be on Tinder.
You wouldn't, you're married. But I'm saying, there's just so many
allegedly
things. So now you have to go out to do something social, but have an activity because there's too much social bullshit going on your phone.
I mean, it's... We've all been to them, and I don't know if everybody has, but
What, brothels?
When did I say brothel? When did I even...
You said we've all been to them, and I was just like, strip clubs, brothels...
What are we talking about right now?
Japanese bathhouses?
No!
Massages?
No!
What have we all been to?
Listen here, Deshaun Watson. We're talking about activity bars, axe throwing,
I know.
duck bowling. Usually I don't let you get me that fired up anymore.
I know, it's fun though.
That one was just obnoxious.
It was on purpose.
I didn't say anything even close.
They're almost never on purpose, and that one was on purpose.
That was fucking stupid.
Triggered you.
So what?
I don't know what
the next big thing to me.
So axe throwing is a really interesting one to me. Well, and I do it in my backyard for fun.
Yeah.
But
'cause you're weird.
Yeah, I'm a psycho. Yeah. I don't know if that'll be a progression to something else. Then what's going to be the next thing?
But here's what
archery?
No, not even that. No, I'm thinking
like digital archery at a bar?
No, concept-wise, I am thinking, and some places are, like some classes have it, because you could do a night like this for a date night, but cooking your own shit.
You know what's funny? I was going to go there, but I think I was going to go there the other way. BlackRock didn't take off.
BlackRock didn't take off, but I think as far as like having a structured date, because here's the thing. First date with somebody, say I'm taking Shannon out for a first date, I'm like, what's going to fill our time that we can talk about something? Axe throwing. Let's go axe throwing together.
Yeah.
What's to say, what if restaurants, because ghost kitchens are becoming more and more of a thing, and ghost kitchens are also with these pop-ups
We actually didn't get to talk about that, but that wasn't that article.
No, we need to go over that for sure. But we're, Shannon's taking pictures of us. She's like, look at these fucking nerds recording a podcast that nobody's going to listen to.
That's your assumption, but really she's inside like, my husband's so cute.
I know. Look, she's shaking her head no. But what I'm thinking of is like built-in date nights, and I think there's a market for that. So you're buying all of your ingredients anyway.
Okay.
You're buying all your stuff. Say, hey, we're going to cook a filet dinner.
So you're right about, I think, where you're going with this. There is a concept of cooking in restaurants that do this really well.
Because I think you're talking about, like, I'm not talking about BlackRock to where they bring out the stone.
Korean barbecue does this really fucking well.
Yes.
That could take off.
But that also feels like an assembly line, like a Chipotle.
No, like, there's good ones. Whitney in Detroit.
I don't think I've ever been.
So the coals are built into the table.
No shit.
There's a heating element underneath and they turn it on. Gotcha. They bring you the things, and then you cook them.
That's pretty fun. So it's kind of almost
and
like...
And it's really fucking
good. Well, like melting pot, too, with the fondue.
Yeah, like that.
Know? But I think I think we're even going even further into it, though. I think it's going to be... And it's something that I would pay $100 for.
Oh, you're going to pay more than that at Whitney.
150, 100, $200.
Whitney's going to be like $250, $300, and then you're drinking.
Yeah, so it's a niche market for sure, but it's also, I think if you do it right, you're teaching people how to cook.
A little bit.
Also giving them a date night. I mean, because we're
giving them a cultural idea of how to cook.
That's a really good way of saying that. Cultural way.
Not like, okay, here's your fucking hot stone and 30 seconds on each side for rare.
Yeah.
Whatever, like BlackRock. I'm not totally shitting on BlackRock. It just didn't take off.
No, it didn't. The way that I thought it would have.
Yeah. The first time I had it was like the first restaurant that they had built, and it was maybe in Brighton. We were driving from Lansing back to Toledo, and somehow, had to stop and eat there. And I didn't even do their thing. I got a burger. I was like, what's the point of this?
Yeah, it's
Like,
crazy.
well, you
too,
can bring
because I
out.
think
We'll bring out you a
Black Rock's the one that
steak.
took over the old Claudia.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, and that was
Doesn't do well.
story from old episodes, but basically Claudia is
Claudia was a great restaurant.
where I got into.
So we're going to talk about the progression of what's the next thing instead of breweries or food.
Well, I'm going to tell this Claudia story real quick.
Okay,
Are you
yeah.
interrupting me, or are you?
I know, but you know my trains of thought go quickly,
Well,
so I
keep
just
that
gotta
train of thought.
try
So
and
Claudia
hold
was
on.
a restaurant that I worked at, an Irish pub, and basically how it shut down was the workers were doing a trash run to close out the night and found blueprints for Black Rock.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it said Claudia on it,
Yeah.
and then the next day, and they said, "Hey, what is this?" And the next day, they shut them down.
Yeah.
But next big thing, I think that's what it might be, or
I'll tell you my hope. I don't know what it's going to be. My hope for it, for dining.
I forgot to mention Top Golf too. Top Golf's part of that.
Top Golf is definitely going to not go away for a long time.
Top Golf is part of that activity-based dinner.
Activities. We're kind of talking more about. We're talking about dining and restaurants. We're talking about dating, kind of more than anything.
Yeah, and
Right?
yeah.
And as a guy who in the last year has fucking dated a lot, regular restaurant dining, if you're going out on a first date or, you know, in the first couple of dates, that is the worst shit you can do.
Yeah, it's awkward as fuck.
Hibachis don't do it,
Yeah.
you know.
Wait, did you do that?
No, but I've had girls say they
Is
wanted
there
to do that.
quickly? So,
I'm like,
okay, so
absolutely
I'll
not.
remember so we can pivot. But is there quickly a story that you can tell of a date that you went on that it was like, oh, this was a fucking terrible idea. This is a bad first date spot.
Not as much spots.
Just like the general date though went bad.
Yeah.
I was saying like, oh, it's a really bad. I don't understand why people go to movies for a first date. I don't understand.
You know what? It's a bad first date, but I had a accidental first date at a movie that ended up being a good first date. But the story of it is we had made plans to go on a date on a Monday, but I thought it was Monday and she thought it was Tuesday, whatever. So we had our babysitters crossed. And then we ended up both having babysitters for Monday and Tuesday. So then Monday, we're like, okay, never mind. It was supposed to be Tuesday. We're going to go get sushi. I was like, yeah, but what are you doing tonight? And she's like, well, I already have a babysitter. I'm like, oh, me too. So we ended up going to a movie, which was like a weird, good icebreaker. It was like pre-first date, first date.
Yeah.
Like, meet up. We're going to get some popcorn, watch a fucking movie.
Did you cut the hole in the bottom or did you just like stuff it through?
No, I just held her face.
Oh, okay. I was just
No.
asking. It's just a good question that I like to ask.
No. And then you're going to go down a rabbit hole you don't want in.
Yeah.
No. Actually, no. Good to date. Never a good idea to plan the first date to be a movie, but because we had figured out that the date was actually supposed to be Tuesday and get sushi, like, we both have nothing to do on Monday. Do you want to just hang out? Went to a movie, watched Megan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's on Peacock now.
Went to a movie. It was like, all right, now we kind of like don't have this weird first date vibe on the first date, which was cool. It's almost like when you may have never done this, and I don't think I really have either. Like, gone on a first date with a girl that you've been friends with for a long time, but never.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of felt like that by the time we're at the first date.
I actually have done that.
I really haven't intentionally. I've ended up out with a girl that I've known for a long time, and they're like, "Oh, I guess this is kind of a date,"
Yeah.
you know. No, but I think
I've never
traditional dining
never
as a
accidentally dated someone.
I've accidentally dated.
Yeah.
It's been most of my life. I think traditional dining, like sit down, have a salad, an entree, and a dessert, and a glass of wine as a first date, that's got to go the fuck away.
Yeah, because
So
you
like
don't
the
really
interactive thing is good.
Well, because you know why? It's an interview.
It is, and that's all it turns into.
It's a fucking interview.
And the way dating is now, most of the time you meet somebody online.
You're stalking.
Well,
Right.
and you text for 2 weeks first.
To
So by the time you get to the first date, you're like, now what the fuck do I ask you? Because
is
we
what- see, here's
talked
the
about
thing.
all these things.
Here's the thing, and I don't want to put this out in the universe, but I'm going like, well, if my marriage goes tits up, I'm fucked. I can't do that. I can't do any of it.
Man, I thought that too, and you know what?
I
I'm
can't.
just batting. What's
No,
the
no,
perfect
because
average?
you were
5,000?
You were different. You were different before your ex, right? I was a serial. I remained
I was
a serial
no.
monogamous for a very long
No,
time.
I was never a monogamist.
Yeah, I know you weren't.
And then I was only a monogamist,
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh yeah, you don't have to do that.
If Shannon, like, if she ever wises up, he's like, you know what? I mean, she's around doctors every day. Who the
Yeah.
fuck am I? You know?
You got a pretty good career, buddy.
Yeah, the podcast on the side, and I do stuff with food.
Hockey.
That's how I.
You play hockey and break your legs?
I play hockey and break my leg. Hey, honey, just gonna be a quick $3,000.
No big deal.
After I already paid about $3,000 over the past 3 years to play the sport, just gotta reset a few bones in my leg. But
they twisted in a circle. It was weird.
it was a little speed.
We got so off topic there.
What we do.
I don't even remember.
I can bring it back though. We're talking about the dating thing. And
I know, but then I had a point that I wanted to make, and I fucking lost it. Oh yeah, no. So my hope for dining in general, the next thing for activities, I think that activity like based bar stuff is going to continue.
Yeah,
bowling, top golf, axe throwing. There'll be new shit that we don't know about yet. Mm-hmm. I've seen the places that have like flip cup and all those things set up. I think that's obnoxious. But what I'm hoping for dining, what happens is either more coursed out, like you're here for a dining experience. You're not here for a salad, steak, dessert, go home.
Okay.
Like tasting menus, I'm hoping.
Well, those already exist though.
But as more normalized, like more, that's what you're gonna get.
I think that's
not you have to pay $130 for a tasting menu.
I know, but that's when you run into the profitability. Like, so profitability wise, doing that and not charging as that amount, because you're not turning anything.
Right.
You're talking about a 3-hour probably table turn.
I'm talking about tapas.
Yeah, basically
small portions.
Yeah. But
you
you're
can
still
turn a
talking
profit.
a 3-hour,
Yeah.
but not as much as you would if you would do fast cash.
And this is the thing that everybody always argues about. Yeah, you have no table turn. Okay, that's fair. But if you can, you're stretching this experience over 2 or 3 hours. So the idea is you're going to spend more money per person. And then you have to have good people in sales that can continue to
That's what I'm saying.
engage
Your
them in
servers
drinks.
have to basically be salespeople.
Yeah. But then
they're the ones that have to keep them
my
engaged.
other side of that I wish I'd see more, that you almost never see unless you go to like a fucking buffet, which I think is trash, is family style dining. Would be so nice.
Buffets are not that bad.
Family style dining I'd like to see more of.
You know what? That's actually
Large portions.
I would like to see that too. We see it.
Then it doesn't have to be 2 hours.
We see it in like barbecue places, and we see it.
Yeah, like we just had some barbecue.
See it.
Barbecue is the most
chicken
general
places,
one.
like this place called the Eagle, which I did not know was a chain until I went to fucking.
It's all right. Good chains are good. Chains
Until I
aren't
went
all
to-
bad.
Yeah, I know.
like,
Until I went to Pittsburgh one year, like I thought it was a Columbus thing. I went to Pittsburgh. Went to Pittsburgh for a
Downtown
food show.
Toledo is now riddled with things that you wouldn't think are chains.
But they are.
And then if you go to the website, there's 10 of them. They're not
Not
400
terrible.
of them, but there's 10 of them. They have like 5 cities that they're 6 cities, whatever that they're in.
I do like the idea of family style because
Family style, I'd like to see more of.
Because how awkward is it?
It creates the same kind of conversation, too.
Exactly. Because
Yeah.
you're talking about creating conversations, and that's I think why. Also, too, the activity dates. Top golf, terrible idea. Pins, terrible idea.
For first dates?
16-bit, terrible idea. You want it to be almost like either axe throwing or honestly, axe throwing might be the only one that works. And actually, I'll take it back, 16-bit, because you got to think they're turn-based.
Yeah.
You can't talk to somebody because it's like, oh, it's my turn, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my turn, I gotta go.
We didn't do fireballs.
No, we can do Fireball. I fucked up the recording yet again. So we're just gonna do shots of Fireball. That's what's happening. We got 30 minutes in.
30 minutes in.
So I think we finished the story about
The conversation
that conversation we were having, and then I think that's a good
was
stop.
about, activity
dating.
Activity dating,
I think it
activities
cut
in
off-
bars, what's the next thing?
And it cut off on the
Because-
activity dating. Then we got into a dating conversation.
Yeah, we got into a dating conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But we talked about, bowling and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
Bars are going to have activities, for sure. They're going to have to.
So much room for activities.
Maybe more bars just need to sell little individual shots of Fireball. I don't know.
I think they do, don't they?
You can just buy a shot of
I
them.
love how you made fun of me for putting water in here, but my 36-year-old ass is like, yeah, I'll hydrate.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, you want to talk about being old? So on the way down here, I bought a 50-liter thing of water or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bought a coconut water for tomorrow morning.
Well, you got to make sure you get your vitamins back.
Yeah.
We're going to take them all.
So I think where we kind of left off was the question I was asking you was sort of like, what's the difference of dating when you're married
Yeah.
As opposed to like you don't remember because it was a million years ago when you were dating.
Yeah, I think how you started it was
person?
you're obviously you've been dating for the past about a year now.
Like heavily dating.
Now. Yeah, heavily dating. How does Shannon and I date? Like, is it active?
Like what is it? What's important when you guys go on a date? Yeah. Is it just going to Applebee's on Tuesday or
nothing wrong with that?
No, but like. No. Does it matter?
But I think your main point was like having a plan. So yeah, we take turns like planning stuff. We bet on it. Like we're big Brother fans. That's a sentence for you. We watch a lot of reality TV, and what we'll do is we'll bet and we'll like draft people and we'll have like fantasy league shit. Not for The Bachelor or The Bachelorette because I can't watch those. I give it like 2 or 3 episodes, then I'm done. Yeah. But like Ink Master, like The Challenge, Real World, stuff like that. But either way. Going back to that, yeah, it's super important to us. We try to make it so that we don't do the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah. So it's like, hey, it's the first Tuesday of September or the first Tuesday of the month. Like, let's go to Cooper's Hawk like we always do. Yeah. Like, we don't do that. Like, we try not to. We try to go to different places. So that's important to us is, I guess, variety.
Variety is important.
Variety is important.
But I guess more of my question was like, isn't having the plan important?
Yeah.
Like if it's your turn to plan the date, and then you show up and it's Friday night, and like, I don't know, we're just gonna like...
Yeah, especially because...
Whatever, we'll wing it. Yeah. Like, that's so unimpressive, right?
So
she's just gonna be like, cool.
Shannon knows, like, everybody that knows my wife, she's a psycho about our dogs. So, like, planning is more important to her, not for just, like, me having the plan, but more for the dogs. But what pisses her off the most is if I don't have a plan. Like, you have to, even if you're married, and also it's kind of a respect thing. Like, if it's your... like. And like when we bet, it's on who's going to plan. Like if you win the bet, that means you are not planning the date. Like planning the date.
Oh, you know what though? I would so much want to win to plan it. I will fucking.
Cause she does some really cool shit, and like I feel so much pressure.
Yeah, if I ask a girl if she wants to go out on like a Saturday, but I'm asking her on like a Tuesday, I'm like, fucking great. Mm-hmm. Now I've got 4 or 5 days to like come up with a plan.
Have you been on a date that the gal has planned?
Not recently. Closest thing to that, which
this just in, ladies. Matt Turner will not go on a date with you if you plan it.
No. I'm saying like the closest thing to that was about a year ago with a girl that I was sort of dating.
I hope the plane is being picked up.
I do too. That I was sort of dating but not dating, and she showed up where I worked a couple days after my birthday because I didn't do anything for my birthday, and she said, I'm going to take you out to dinner for your birthday. And then she was like, but what do you want to do? I'm like, hold on. So you showed up here, knew I was getting off work.
I'm gonna pay, but you're still planning the date.
I'm going to take you out, but where do you want to go? But it was a really complicated situation. It was like, most places we can't go because we can't be seen together.
Oh, we'll talk about that off of the.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, no, really, I've not had a girl ask me out on a date she had planned. No, I don't think so. I think as a guy, when you're single, and as 2 people when you're single.
Yeah, do you think that gets...
The girl wants
you... brought them a toy. Look at the...
Great.
Yeah.
I think that at the beginning of dating, as single people, call it what you want. There's gender roles.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, we're gonna be going down a thing here.
Yeah, but there are, a girl wants to.
I'm gonna give you a couple paragraphs until
a girl wants to be taken out and shown a good time by a guy, so that she knows he's interested in her, and that he's gonna put some effort in. Maybe date 3 she should plan. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I would say not even that.
Especially if I ask a girl out, I shouldn't ask her out and be like, yeah, but then whatever you want to do, like. You tell me, and I'll just pay for it.
Look what you did by bringing this out.
I know. I thought it was just...
I want to see, like, maybe if I can...
You're taking it away from... Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if I can... Of course they leave.
Thanks, Ruby and Rolo. Yeah. I'm so happy that I have a stick on my... You know.
You did it.
You know what? You're not the mischievous one. I didn't think you'd be the one still going at it. Psycho.
You're the one that did it.
Psychopath over there with her ears, his ears up.
We'll keep her in frame just for funsies. But either way,
too close to the fire.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I've actually had girls one specifically that I took on a couple dates tell me that. She's like, I don't really want you to ask me out and then be like, yeah, well, so whatever you want to do is cool. Like, she's like, be impressive. Like, you want to take me out. You're asking me out on a date.
We gotta land this plane somehow.
I know.
How do we land this plane?
All right, let's get back on track. The point of the original question was, is there a difference in dating when you're married, like the expectation that is set, to when you're dating when you're single?
I would say the answer is yes and no, which is a total cop-out. But I take pride in the fact that we do fun things together and we like to plan fun things together. It is very easy to fall into that, hey, it's Wednesday night, it's...
Right, I mean, you'll never have that with somebody you just started dating. You can't...
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what you're going to find answers...
For both,
like with married couples. Like we take pride, and I don't know if it got cut off when I fucked up the recording, but like people like always tell us that we're a pretty good couple, and we kind of take pride in that too.
Yeah.
And because we feel.
Oh yeah, prime example at the wedding.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, yeah, solid couple.
Everybody liked us.
You're talking great about her. She's talking shit about you.
Yeah, that's the whole point of it.
Way,
if
like,
she,
it's good.
That's the thing is if the second she stops making fun of me,
something's wrong.
Something's fucked up.
Yeah.
Something's really fucking
Something's
weird.
Wrong. Yeah.
And really bad.
Yeah, but you guys are a cute couple. You do the whole oh, my beautiful wife over there thing, and that's good.
And that's good.
It's good that you do it, you know.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's necessary sometimes.
But like even when you were setting up the camera, she's like, look at him outside. Oh, he's such a fucking nerd. And she's like, it's so cute how much he cares. No one's listening to this. Look at him trying.
That's just, that's
good couple.
The shit I like. We are a good couple.
Yeah. As far as like the idea of what a good date is, I'll take it back to what we originally started talking about. The traditional dinner and a couple cocktails date, when you're single, is drying up.
Yeah.
Just like going to a bar and having nothing to do besides sit at a bar and talk, that's going away.
You're going to have an ant crawling.
Yeah, I felt it.
Yeah. Out on Ruby's
so like activities for bars, bowling, axe throwing, all that, that's going to be the next thing. Same with dating. Like it's so infuriating to go on a date with a girl and she's like, all right, well, it's fun talking. And then she's like on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that. But if there's a solid plan, then, you know, you did good work. And I feel like that's the same for restaurants and bars. If you've done your due diligence to not just make it a dining experience or a drinking experience, like having a brewery is great. If you have a great beer, that's fantastic. But that, like, the place we went to, they had all kinds of shit that, like, enjoy our beer, but then look at this atmosphere we've created.
Yeah, there's, like, fucking golf, cornhole.
Yeah, there's...
like, basketball.
Yeah, we've got music if you want to listen to that.
In the fucking...
we're not going to provide food,
in the winter,
but
that place does.
Trucks.
They do the fucking beer keg curling.
Yeah,
it's fucking
that's
cool.
Sweet. Yeah, that's going to have to be the next thing.
Activities, yeah.
All right. And then get off your phone. You know how, like...
Get off your phone.
Yeah. Like, you know when you go to a concert now or a comedy show, they put your phone in the bag?
Dave Chappelle.
I fucking hope at some point when you go out to a restaurant or a bar, the first... fuck, I wish I had one. I would do it. Here's a bag. Put your fucking phone in there. Like, you're here to have a social experience.
What?
Not to be on your phone.
What if that is the idea that you just came up with that just takes off?
I mean, I'm a fucking, you know...
Because how cool would that be?
I'm Kanye West.
How cool would that be? Because here's the thing: is that's a trend now. Do you know that like some of these like fucking minimalistic millennial fucking Gen Z or not
Zennials or whatever,
like the Zennials or whatever, these little fucking fuckers who think that they
Zoomers was the best term I heard from them.
They think they invented like social awareness, but they like
they have no idea.
I know it cracks me up. I love that you are socially aware and you are fighting for the little guy, gal, or they, and like whatever. You didn't invent this.
No.
Like, you didn't invent this.
No, there was years of repression.
there was
so many people that were damaged.
Stuff.
Yeah.
I forgot what we were even talking about.
I don't know. I was talking about when you go to a restaurant or bar, you have to put your phone in a bag.
That's what I was going. Yeah. Okay. So, as we were recording on a phone and like we recorded everything all day.
I mean, yeah, but
I feel like there are actual millennials that have or Zennials or whatever that have flip phones now because they're like, I want to be unconnected. So there's like, you can literally, they get flip phones to not take, like, they have their phone, they have their iPhone, whatever, and then they have a flip phone. They have like the same number, so they can leave their iPhone at home and have their flip phone to text and stuff. And be in the moment though.
Yeah, you're doing
be in the moment, so they're not on their phone the entire time.
I'm all for it.
That's like the new thing.
Phone.
And then like, obviously all the boomers and stuff like that are the baby.
Zoomer is my favorite term for Gen Zs.
Yeah,
because they're the same mentality.
Yeah,
everything is stupid, and I don't understand it.
Yeah, they. I just wish there was.
But they're just so like woke mentality too. They're like, I don't understand why people haven't always felt like there was oppression. No, we all felt it. Yeah, we lived through a lot of it. And you're 19, you fucking moron.
Well,
like,
what's the joke? It's like every time a boomer says woke, a gay angel gets its wings or something. Like a gay angel gets its unicorn horn or something. It's something like that.
They get their rainbows.
I don't know. I just like I'm on a school of thought that I don't hate anybody. I love everybody.
Me too.
Even though I say I hate people, I do hate people.
I hate all people.
I hate all people.
I don't hate the person you are. I just hate you.
That's a really good way to put it. I hate all people, but in general,
it's not for who you are as a person.
It's not for who you are as a person.
No, I just hate you.
I just don't like you.
I've worked around too many people forever.
And I don't people well sometimes. Like
never.
I am super social.
You're in a fucking 1,000 all the time.
Yeah.
And I said this when we were at the bachelor party of the wedding. But I said to one of the two. I think it was the wedding. I was saying it to your wife.
I was pulling extra.
I was saying it to your wife
because I had to.
And I don't think it was the day of the wedding. I think it was the day before when we all got there.
Yeah, I had
Will is just always
I had to be
up here. And like I get it. You want to keep the energy of everybody going.
Yeah,
it's great. I'm like sometimes everybody else wants to be down here, and you're just like, oh, fucking go.
Well, that's the thing.
And I love it because I need that. Otherwise, I'm just going to do exactly what we're doing right now. I'm going to sit in a chair in front of a fire with no one around.
That is Matthew's way of telling me that I'm annoying.
No, but I'm saying, like, I like it because I need that. I need someone to go,
that's what we think.
Let's keep it going, because otherwise I'll just do this by myself.
So here's the thing is I do it when I think people need it.
Yeah.
So like a good example of
But sometimes when you think people need it, everyone's like, hey, we need 10 minutes.
Well, that's like, I'm okay with people telling me that. The perfect example was, I remember Lex, Jake's wife, good friend of the show.
Lex would be fun to have
10
on
in the
sometime.
morning. Oh, she's hilarious. She's like the best.
She's at the 10 all the time too, right?
No.
No?
Oh, no. Like it was
I don't know her well.
10 in the morning.
I just assume her and Jake
10 in
are
the
their
morning,
exact
Quitten Bay house on a Sunday. And we're like watching, I think we always watch Bar Rescue every time we were hungover at the Bay on a Sunday. And I was talking to Shannon about like jet skiing, and I was like super animated and super excited. There's about 10 people in this living room. Mm-hmm. Everybody looks like they're about to die.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like, we need this. Yeah. And then Lex just snaps. She's just like, okay, Will, because I was talking about going jet skiing. Just go then. Chirp, 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 chirp. That's all you do. That's all you do is chirp, 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 chirp. And I was just like, okay, understood.
You know what that is?
Understood.
That's my inner dialogue with all people all the time, but I just don't say it. Because what I really do is go like, that's super fucking annoying. I'm not going to pay attention to that at all. I'm just going to sit here quietly and go, I hate this.
And everybody says it too. And I wish I could turn it. I wish I could turn it off.
No, don't turn it off.
I wish I could turn it off.
The world needs people.
Well,
like
and
you.
that's the thing. It's like, if it's just Shannon and I'm not like that. I get super excited.
I would seriously hope you're not like that with your wife all the time.
I get like this when like people are at the house because I get excited. I like to entertain the people that I know and love. Like that's why it's so weird when I say that I hate people.
Yeah.
But I love
my
population.
People. Yeah.
So it's
people you don't get to choose to be around.
I try so hard to not be as bad as I am, but it's just so like you have to tell me. And
I won't tell you. I just think it's funny.
She's gotten really good at. We have like kind of like a covert thing. She's like, you're being awfully chipper. I'm like, all right, cool. So then I was like, all right, I need to dial it back because like for instance, like her friend Sarah, it was like one of the first nights I ever stayed at their new house, and I woke up at like 7:30.
Oh yeah.
I was ready to go.
Early bird.
I was like, because I had my Monster and I was good to go. And I think that was still when I was doing like Sunday orders for my old company. So I was just on my laptop and everybody's walking down. I was like, hey guys.
Yeah.
And then Sarah's like, so you're a morning person? Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is.
That's how I felt when we were at the bachelor party. I was like, I'm not a morning person. I'm not a morning person. I just don't want to feel like shit today.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get this over with.
I think mine is like,
It's my go-to phrase, and you might have coined it. Just get all the evil out of you right away.
Get all the evil out. You got to get
Just
the
get
evil out.
that out of it and then deal with it.
My thing is
day.
like, I get so excited when my people are around. Yeah, like,
You
so
really do.
I do. Well, it's because like,
In a great way. I don't mean that.
here's why. Is
Well, you don't see everybody all the time.
I'm going to end it on a sappy note. Yeah. Like, I don't get to see everybody all the time because we're down here. We're down here. We thank God we have like Sean down
We
here.
have a triangle of
Yeah, we have basically,
wherever it is.
Toledo, Columbus, and like even some in
Cleveland.
Cincinnati.
Cleveland.
Cleveland, Toledo, excuse
Yeah.
me. And I want every single minute I could possibly get.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it seems like crazy. So yeah, I'll stay up till 4. Like, so I stayed up till 4 last night. Woke up at 8.
Yeah.
Took a tiny nap between 8 and 11, but like still, I was just so excited to get the day started. Like, so like it'd be the same thing if anybody was here. It's more so if like one of my best friends is here. So it's people, if they tell me to calm down, I don't take it harshly, but that's just where I'm coming from.
Yeah,
I'm just so excited for everybody. I was just like, yeah, this is awesome. I'm like I'm literally a Yorkie puppy.
Yeah, I think maybe if it was just me and you for like a week at some point, I'd be like, hey man, chill the fuck out.
I think
but when you're in a big group of people, you know what I can do with you is I can just be like, pass that off to somebody else.
Oh, I had your back at the wedding and the bachelor party. Yeah. I was just like, the second you were done, I was like, hey, everybody, look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah. Look, Will doesn't need my attention. He needs yours over there.
Look at me.
I love it.
That's also, too, is it's like, I hate people, but I like attention. And I get anxious, but I like attention.
I hate attention.
It's so weird. Because that's why I stream all the time. And like, all that shit.
We all know you like attention.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, oh, no, I don't like attention.
You like attention in a good way.
Yeah.
You only draw attention to yourself in a positive way, which is nice.
You're being awfully close to like just being like super nice to me.
Oh, that's as close as it gets.
Yeah, that's as close as it gets.
All
right. Just say bye, Matt, so we can
Bye, Matt.
All right, later.